If you're not using the backpacking gear that we're talking about today, then you're seriously missing out. This is gear where I think a lot of new backpackers are steered in the wrong direction, starting off with making sure that you have a lightweight pack. The best-selling pack at REI weighs 5 pounds, and that's double the weight that I think a pack needs to be for most people. A good weight for a lightweight pack is about 2 to 2.5 pounds. At that weight, you're not getting into the crazy prices that you're gonna pay for an ultralight pack, but you're still gonna get a pack that performs really well. The big differences between packs that weigh 5 pounds and packs that weigh half that are durability and carrying capacity. A pack that weighs 5 pounds is gonna be bomb-proof, and you're gonna be able to carry 50 plus pounds really easily with a 5-pound pack. But most people don't need a pack that's gonna make it through the apocalypse, and you shouldn't be carrying 50 pounds or more of gear. You can easily have under 40 pounds of gear for a trip up to a week long. In a nutshell, the 5-pound pack is overkill. There's 3 lightweight packs that I highly recommend: the Gregory Focal, the REI Flash 55, and the Decathlon MT900 Ultralight. A lot of backpacks come with a pack liner in order to keep your pack dry when it's raining out, or if it doesn't come with a pack liner, then someone in the store is trying to convince you that you absolutely need one. But a pack liner is only gonna keep the outside of your pack dry-ish. If you really wanna keep what's inside your pack dry, the way to go is with a pack liner. If I'm expecting rain, I always make sure to line my pack with either a Nyloflume pack liner or a contractor's bag like I have right here. You take the pack liner, you shove it into your bag, and then anything you want to stay dry, you just put into that liner. I don't use any dry bags or anything else in order to keep my gear dry, and I've been on tons of trips where it's rained a lot and a pack liner has done the job just fine. A lot of retailers will try to sell you a $40 pack cover when all you really need is a $3 liner. Toothpaste tabs are a backpacker's dream for bringing toothpaste out on trail. They're lightweight, don't freeze when it's cold, and make rationing the exact amount that you need for a trip super easy. These little guys from Unpaste come in fluorinated and non-fluorinated versions and have been my go-to for years. I see a lot of people using the little travel-sized toothpaste bottles that you can pick up at the drugstore, but those will freeze when it's really cold out. It's really hard to ration them, and while they're not heavy, they're a lot heavier than these little toothpaste tabs. The next item is gonna help you when you're panic digging a poop hole, when you really have to go in the mornings. A good trowel is gonna make your life a whole lot easier. Most trowels for backpacking are just big spoons and don't really dig a hole really easily. But the Vargo Dig Dig trowel and the Bogler Code trowel not only are lightweight and very ergonomic, but they have these little teeth on the side that make it so it's really easy to cut through the ground and cut through any roots that you might encounter. The way the handles for both trowels are designed, and then with the Bogler trowel you have a little nubbin on the top here, makes it so that it's really easy to push into the ground without hurting your hand. The Vargo trowel, they fold over the titanium at the top, again, so you can push really easily into the ground without hurting your hand. The ergonomics and the teeth that these trowels have made it so that I can dig a hole a whole lot faster, and has limited the amount of prairie dogging that I've been doing in the mornings. If you're usually in really tough ground, the Vargo Dig Dig trowel is gonna be the more robust option, but if the ground that you're in is usually only moderately hard and moderately rooty, then consider the Bogler trowel for its weight savings and cheaper price. The next piece of gear is a sleeping pad, and there's 2 things that I think a lot of new backpackers are missing out on when they're picking up a sleeping pad, and that's warmth and comfort. For warmth, it's important to make sure that you get a sleeping pad that has an R value that's gonna be appropriate for the conditions that you're going out in. R value is the measure that a lot of sleeping pad manufacturers use in order to determine how warm their sleeping pads are going to function out in the wild. I recommend picking up a sleeping pad with an R value of at least 3 for spring, summer, and fall use, and make sure that the R value is tested using the ASTM standard. Luckily, REI and MAC require that all sleeping pads that they carry be tested using the ASTM standard, so if you're picking up a sleeping pad from one of those retailers, then you're going to be A-okay. But there are some manufacturers that advertise R values that aren't tested using the ASTM standard, and there can sometimes be some funny business with those. For comfort, there's 2 things to keep in mind: pad thickness and the baffling system. Make sure you're getting a sleeping pad that's at least 2.5 inches thick. Anything thinner and you're going to be bottoming out and hitting the ground with either your shoulder or your hip. The baffling system that a sleeping pad uses is going to determine how well it relieves pressure points as you're laying on the sleeping pad. I really like sleeping pads that have a dimpled baffling system like the Sea to Summit Etherlight XT that I have here. I find that sleeping pads that have horizontal baffling really aren't super great for pressure point relief, and I sometimes have my arm falling asleep as I'm laying on my side on them. If you're a side sleeper, the baffling system is going to be really important, whereas if you're a back sleeper, then it's not going to be as important. You can get away with something that's going to be lighter and warmer in exchange for maybe having those horizontal baffles. Unfortunately, due to a lot of patents out there, you're going to have to invest quite a bit of money for a good sleeping pad that's warm and comfortable, but it's worth it in the long run. Check out this video where I compare the 3 best sleeping pads on the market, the Thermarest X-Lite, the Sea to Summit Etherlite XT, and the Nemo Tensor. I compare their warmth based on real-world testing, their quality, their comfort, and a whole bunch of different characteristics. If you're looking to get the best night's sleep in the backcountry, then you gotta be checking this video out.